disappears. So today I will telling you about how to process a step-by-step processing for the visa all over the world in different country. So time to telling you about the requirements. So the first thing, this is the requirements guys, and this is lots of requirements. So as you can see, this is lots. So the first thing I'm telling you is to know your partner. In a relationship with your partner. You must know your partner because mostly all the documents that you needed is all about your husband and your wife. So if you are processing a visa, you need to know your husband and your wife, what's their status, what they are before. So when you are filing for the visa, like for example, a visa like a spouse visa, so we will talk about a spouse visa. So for example, filing a spouse visa is you need to uh fill out a form I-130. The I-130A is your husband will fill out, and the I-130 is your husband and your wife will fill out on that form. So in that way, you will send that in the USCIS. So the requirements in the USCIS, they gather all the documents that the USCIS needed at once. So the first is your birth certificate. The birth certificate. So here is the birth certificate. I will show you. This is the birth certificate. Certificate of live birth. So certificate. In USCIS, the live birth or the birth certificate that you need to submit them is from the NSO. In the Philippines, that is a national, uh, now it's called PSA. So you need to submit that the photocopy and the original, you will send that in the USCIS because that's very important that you need to send that one. The original and a photocopy. You need to, what you're doing, you need to scan so that the picture is cleared and everything is cleared. And the next is, so this is the wife and the husband need to submit this birth certificate. Two of you will submit. And the next is the certificate of marriage. If you are married with your husband and your wife, you need to submit a certificate of marriage, the original and the photocopy of your marriage certificate. So you need to submit that in a USCIS. Yes, in the USCIS, you need to submit that information about your certificate of marriage. You and your wife, husband and wife. The next is your social security. So me, I'm in the Philippines, and of course, I submit the social security that my husband is a beneficiary. I changed the status into single into married. Then I put also a beneficiary that my husband is my beneficiary. So that's you are doing guys. You need to submit like a social security that your husband is the beneficiary. So it means that your husband, your relationship is true because you're allowed your documents that your husband is belong on it. So let's proceed it. This is a PHCCI in the Philippines. What is PHCCI? A PHCCI, guys, that is when you are like member of a loans or savings or investment or financing. So in that way, uh there's in that way you will also join your partner. You will put here, I will put my husband like a beneficiary, so he is allowed, even though she can use a money for a invest, something like that, because he is the beneficiary of my PHCCI investment. So this is important when you are talk about sending on the in the USCIS, because you allowed your husband to become a beneficiary. So that's very important when you are sending to the USCIS. And that's the reason why our visa is approved to the USCIS, because of we are doing yeah. So next is member data form or a pag-ibig. So I was joined as a pag-ibig investment in the Philippines. So when I was working before is like I just uh every time we have a salary, there's a deduction for the salary. So every month. So that month is they are deducted every salary I get, and then for 20 years that is savings, and they will deducted, and then 20 years we can get the money. That's our savings. And then also I put my husband as a beneficiary because he is now my husband and he is part of what I get. Yeah, so he is a member of a pag-ibig fund. Then, about our documents, my documents in the school, my diploma in college, high school, elementary, and also our pictures together. Yeah, so this is my diploma. So this one. So, and this is the, when I was in college, my grades and everything. It's a TOR, transcript of records. Yeah, so, and then, yeah, so that's it for today, and thank you for watching my live. And later on I will telling you, just like and subscribe my video, so that later on I will telling about the story about the spouse visa processing all over the world. I will telling you what I like, for what I experience. Thank you for watching.